competitive examination as well as in your academic examination also, that how many types of the rainfall is there. We know that the rainfall is one of the important and dominant form of precipitation in which the atmospheric moisture or the water vapor transformed and converted into the minute water droplets in the form of clouds. When the condensation takes place above freezing point, this conversion of atmospheric moisture is recorded into the form of the minute water droplets. But when the size of the minute water droplets enlarges, when they meet to each other and their size becomes greater, then the moisture, then the parcel of air cannot uphold it for a longer duration. That's why the water droplets comes down and the falls down over the earth's surface in the form of the rainfall. So we can say that the rainfall means the falling down of the water droplets towards the ground in the form of the larger water droplets, that is called as rainfall. But the rainfall occurs through the various means and through the various processes. That's why there are a different type of the rainfall is recorded over the earth's surface, and there are predominantly three types of the rainfall is observed upon the earth's surface. Among them, the first is known as the convectional rainfall. Second one is called as the cyclonic or the frontal rainfall, and the third one is known as orographic rainfall. Write down the types of rainfall. There are the three types of rainfall. First is convectional rainfall. Convectional rainfall. And the second one is called as the orographic rainfall. Second one is called as orographic rainfall, and the third one is known as frontal or cyclonic rainfall. Frontal rainfall is also called as cyclonic rainfall. Let us see the process that has been involved into the each type of the rainfall and its occurrences. We will first discuss about the convectional rainfall. First, we will discuss about the convectional rainfall. Convectional means convections are the means of the transfer of the heat energy with the help of whole the mass movement in the form of the current. It is also recorded in the water as well as in the gaseous state of the matter, where The convectional current is formed because of the excessive heating of the Earth's surface, and whatever the amount of water, whatever amount of the air that is present near to the ground, which is also being heated from the ground and from the Earth's surface, moves in the vertical directions because their weight become less, as well as they found the kinetic energy more. They moves in the vertical directions in the form of vertical air current, and that is called as convectional current. After the few period, when the moisture holding air moves in upward directions in the form of convectional current, when it cools down, then its temperature decreases through the adiabatic rate of changes, and that causes for the saturation point of the parcel of air, and that saturation leads to the condensation when it further cools down. And after the condensation, when the minute water droplets produced and developed, then after the larger size of the water droplets falls down over the earth, and that is called as convectional rainfall. I will show you a diagram through which you can easily understand about the process of the convectional rainfall. Let us see. This is the earth's surface, or you can say that this is the ground or the earth's surface. Suppose it is the equatorial region, because mostly the convectional current is formed over the equator. When the sun shines vertically overhead at equator, जब सूरज की किरणें सीधे इक्वेटर पे पड़ती है, then part of the equator and the equatorial earth surface becomes heated, and whatever the amount of air which is there over the earth's surface is also being warmed, and this warm air moves in vertical direction in the form of the rising air current, and this air current is called as convectional air current. After the few period, when the air and its temperature decreased because of the adiabatic rate of cooling, मैंने ये कहा कि सूरज की किरणें जब सीधी पड़ती है इक्वेटोरियल अर्थ सरफेस पे, इक्वेटर बिल्कुल जो है गर्म हो गया। जब इक्वेटर गर्म हो गया तो उसके ऊपर की जो हवाएं थी वो भी कंडक्शन, कन्वेक्शन और रेडिएशन से गर्म हो गई। जब ये हवाएं इसके ऊपर की गर्म हो गई तो गर्म होने के बाद गर्म हवा हमेशा हल्की होती है और हमेशा ऊपर की ओर भागती है। जब हवाएं गर्म होके हल्की हो गई तो एक कन्वेक्शनल एयर करंट के फॉर्म में, वर्टिकल मूवमेंट के फॉर्म में सीधी ऊपर की ओर भागने लगी। And because of the expansion of the volume of that parcel of air, its temperature cools down after a few height, after a significant height. And when the temperature become lower, then it started saturating, and the saturation take place. Whatever the amount of moisture that this parcel of air upholds, it got saturated, and later on when the saturation take place, it started converging into the minute water droplets, and the cloud is formed in the form of the cumulonimbus and the other form of the clouds that is located over the atmosphere of the equator, and after few period of times when the saturation takes place and condensation is started, the cloud in the form of rainfall falls down over the Earth's surface. And this form of the rainfall is known as convectional rainfall because it is originated because of the help of the convectional air current. This form of the rainfall is called as convectional rainfall because it is originated with the help of the convectional air current. I think that most of you or all of you are agreed with me. They have understood.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because of this, because of the excessive heating of this equatorial Earth surface. Why it is called as 4 o'clock rainfall in the equator? Because till 2 o'clock, it receives the amount of insolation from the vertical sun. It gets energy till 2 o'clock at the equatorial Earth surface. And this insolation or amount of heat energy takes time into the conversion of the sensible heat. That radiant energy take times in the conversion of the sensible heat. That's why 2 hours are needed, 2-3 hours are needed for conversion of that radiant energy in the form of insolation to change into the form of the sensible heat energy. And when it converted, then it started warming up to the whole equatorial Earth surface in the afternoon at 2-3 o'clock. And when the Earth's surface become heated, we know that the atmosphere derived the heat energy from the Earth's surface in the form of long wavelength terrestrial radiation. It is not directly heated by the atmosphere, by the solar heat or the solar energy. It becomes transparent to the heat energy that is coming from the sun towards the earth in the form of the shorter wavelength. But generally, atmosphere is heated by the outgoing terrestrial radiation in the form of the long wavelength heat energy. And because when the Earth's surface at equator is being heated by the terrestrial, by the solar insolation, then it started warming up to the atmosphere which is near to the equatorial Earth. When that atmosphere, the part of atmosphere is being heated by the equatorial Earth surface, when it get the heat from the equatorial Earth surface, it becomes lighter and it moves in upward directions and its volume expanded. And because of the expansion of the volume of the air, the adiabatic rate functions here, and adiabatic cooling process is involved into the decreasing of the parcel of the temperature of the parcel of air at 10 degrees Celsius per 1,000 meter. When it reached at the significant height, its temperature becomes a drastic low and the saturation take place. Whatever the amount of the moisture that upholds by the air, because of the lowering of the temperature, it started converging into the minute water droplets, and that is called as the cloud. And because of the cloud formation, generally in the form of cumulonimbus clouds, the size of the particles of the water become larger and air moisture cannot uphold it. Then when the air moisture cannot uphold the larger size of the water droplets, gravity involved and it pulls down the larger size of the water droplets towards the earth's surface. And this whole process is called as convectional rainfall because the convectional air current is formed due to solar heat energy, and because of the clouds are formed due to the upliftment of the air at a significant height. I think that you all are agreed and you all are understood. समझ में आ गया? Convectional rainfall, yeah, that is very good question. That is very good question. Happy with you, Aris, Atik. This convectional rainfall is recorded at the areas where the excessive heat is received. It is not only confined to the equator at the 5° north to the 5° south latitude, but generally it is recorded at that place because the daily rainfall occurred in the equatorial Earth surface at 4 o'clock in evening. That's why equator is taken as for example, but it is not confined only to the equator. Generally in tropical region, in the tropical mid latitude like the desert area, sometime it also being occurred in the 20° north, that the continental climate where the mixing of the temperature is less recorded through the land and sea breezes. That continental climate, like the areas of the Aligarh, Delhi in the summer season, this type of rainfall is also recorded. This rainfall is associated with the a thunderstorm also. Thunderstorm and local cyclone, local pressure, thermal pressure or the thermal causes for the local thunderstorm is associated with this rainfall. The lightning, sometimes the cloud bursting and downpour, heavy downpour is recorded in this convectional rainfall. Okay, next,
Sir,
yes, yes, Suraj.
sir, can we say that this daily rainfall at equator occurs because most part of the equator is surrounded by oceans and land is little bit on equator, sir. So the convectional heat absorbs moisture easily.
Yeah, very good question. You have added one more point. Water sources is also required for the condensation. Suppose air is moving in a vertical direction and it has no moisture because the areas of the equator is classified, the excessive humidity is also recorded because of the river as well as because of the oceanic surfaces is also there, and that provides the moisture and the vapor content as well as the humidity, and relative humidity is maximum recorded at the equator. And if suppose करो कि एक उर्दू में शेर है कि सदाओं को अल्फाज मिलने न पाए, न बादल घिरेंगे न बरसात होगी. मतलब you have the sound but you have not the words. If you have a sound without the words, sound cannot make the expression. Sound only cannot make the expression. With the sound, you need the words also. That's why you need the temperature and the vertical movement of the air is not only responsible for the rainfall of this type, that moisture holding air, मैंने हर बात कहा कि moisture holding air, ऐसा एयर जिसके अंदर moisture हो वो ऊपर की ओर उठे. If there would not be the moisture in the parcel of air, if there would not be the water moisture or the water vapor, and it is moving in a direct directions in upward directions, then the rainfall and the possibilities of the convectional rainfall cannot be observed. If there is the low amount of moisture, then the rainfall can occur in the form of the drizzle or the very smaller duration rainfall. But the equatorial area is very important area in terms of relative humidity also. It has the more moisture because the source region of the moisture is more recorded at equator. Lakes are there, rivers are there, oceanic waters are there. That's why they provide the larger water surfaces, and that has been evaporated by the maximum amount of insolation, and that evaporation causes to add more moisture in the parcel of air at the equator, and it moves in a vertical directions, and whatever the amount of moisture that is being upheld by the parcel of air, that is saturated and condensed into the minute water droplets. Then it becomes cloud, and after the cloud formation, when the size enlarges, it falls down over the earth surface. So there is the complete process of evaporation, saturation, condensation, and then precipitation. One thing I wanted to also make you aware about that. This convectional rainfall is recorded not in the areas of the generally in the areas of the coastal belt of the equator. Coastal belt of equator has the more moisture, but temperature is balanced because of the land and sea breezes. These coastal areas of the equator are generally moderate temperature. The temperature is also recorded. Heating of the earth's surface is also recorded. Then after it becomes lighter and it moves in upward direction. So inner areas like Congo Basin, Zaire Basin areas, Amazonian rainforest, as well as the Nicobar Islands, Indonesia, certain part of Malaysia, these are the areas of the equator where this rainfall is recorded much in the form of the convectional rainfall. Let us see about the orographic. Yes. No, not truly. It involves into the orographic rainfall as well as the Indian monsoon. In India, the rainfall is also observed in the form of the convectional rainfall, as well as it also involved into the orographic. Few areas are also recorded in the form of the cyclonic or the frontal rainfall. Let us see what is the orographic rainfall. आपने ये वर्ड सुना है orographic? ओरोग्राफिक रेनफॉल, अभी आपने ये वर्ड सुना? कितने लोगों ने सुना है ये वर्ड ओरोग्राफिक रेनफॉल?
Yes,
In
sir.
geomorphology, you have gone through the word orographic. Orographic, something which is related to the relief or the mountain barrier or the uplifted barrier, certain elevated part, elevation, relief, landforms. Sometime एक बात हमेशा आप लोग याद रखिएगा कि कोई भी रेनफॉल तब तक नहीं हो सकती जब तक कि मॉइस्चर जो होल्डिंग एयर है वो ऊपर की ओर ना उठे या उसका एक्सपेंशन ना हो। एक्सपेंशन होना, ऊपर उठना एयर का हल्का होना, उसका टेम्परेचर का कम होना बहुत जरूरी और आवश्यक होता है एयर को सैचुरेट करने में। अगर एयर उसके अंदर मॉइस्चर है लेकिन अगर उसके अंदर सैचुरेशन पॉइंट नहीं पहुंचा, कंडेंसेशन की प्रक्रिया नहीं हो पा रही है, तो वहां पे बारिश कभी नहीं हो सकती। Ascending of air, the movement of air in the vertical directions, the rising of the air is the important and necessary elements of the lowering of the temperature of that parcel of air. And because of the lowering and decreasing rate of temperature, the temperature reaches at the dew point. Then after the saturation, condensation take place. This upliftment of the air may be in the form of the convectional air current, vertical movement of air that is recorded at equator, or the areas where the excessive heat is received. In that area, we see there is the vertical upliftment of the air because of the excessive heating of the places. But the vertical motion of air is necessary for the lowering of the temperature, or the causing for the precipitation and condensation. Suppose this rising of the air or the vertical movement of air is because of the orographic barrier or the relief barrier in the path of the wind movement, moisture holding air movement, and that moisture holding air rises up with the help of the mountain and the relief barrier, and that causes for the lowering of the temperature and ultimately the precipitation, condensation and precipitation of that place. Let us see an example. आपने कभी केरला गए हो, कभी केरला या कर्नाटका के कोस्टल एरियाज में?
सर
ओके, या इंडीज माउंटेन के तरफ?
नो सर.
रॉकीज माउंटेन की तरफ भी नहीं गया, बहुत दूर चला गया. ओके. Actually, Western Ghat is the mountain scrapland, plateau, or you can say that the hilly areas near to the coast of the western coast of the India. And this is the continuous chain. After the Himalaya, this is the second important hilly chain in the India. And when the air masses or the wind that is coming from the Arabian Sea, because it is coming from the oceanic surfaces, it has the larger amount of the moisture also in the form of southwest monsoon. It has the larger amount of the moisture, and when it meets to the Western Ghat in the windward side, this is the oceanic surfaces. When the moisture holding air comes into the contact of that orographic barrier, this mountain barrier causes for the forceful upliftment of the air, because it comes into the way of that southwest monsoon, and the air moves in upward directions with the help of the windward slope of the Western Ghat. This is the windward slope because it is in the wind side direction, and the air that is coming in contact with that mountain barrier, it causes to the upliftment of the air, and the air rises up in a certain directions. When the air reaches it is at its due point, when the air moves in vertical direction, what happens? Its volume expanded, its intramolecular space is expanded, and whatever the moisture that is there is also being their temperature lowered down. जब वॉल्यूम को बढ़ाओगे तो टेम्परेचर कम होगा. आपको उसमें से हीट निकालना नहीं है, सिर्फ वॉल्यूम को अगर बड़ा करो छोटा करो तो टेम्परेचर कम होगा, ज्यादा होगा. और इसे ही हम एडियाबेटिक रेट ऑफ हीटिंग और कूलिंग कहते हैं. एडियाबेटिक मीन्स द प्रोसेस of the heating or cooling of the air because of the changes of its volume without any aiding of the heat or subtraction of the heat. तो जब वॉल्यूम बढ़ा तो एडियाबेटिक रेट ऑफ कूलिंग से इसका तापमान कम हो गया, और जब तापमान कम होगा तो सैचुरेशन जो है विंड का, जो एयर मॉइस्चर उस विंड में होंगे वो कंडेंस्ड होना शुरू हो जाएंगे, और जब कंडेंसेशन अपने ड्यू पॉइंट पे कंडेंसेशन जब हो गया, इट मींस दैट वो जब गैसियस स्टेट ऑफ मैटर से एयर मॉइस्चर से जब विंड वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स में बदलना शुरू हो गई, तो क्लाउड का फॉर्मेशन होता है। एंड व्हेन द क्लाउड्स इज बीइंग फॉर्म्ड एंड व्हेन द साइज ऑफ दैट particles of the water becomes larger, then it falls down in the windward slope of that area. जब क्लाउड बन गया तो विंडवर्ड स्लोप में ही रेनफॉल शुरू हो जाता है, और इसे ही हम ओरोग्राफिक रेनफॉल कहते हैं। तो ओरोग्राफिक रेनफॉल इज द टाइप ऑफ रेनफॉल व्हेन द एयर masses, the moisture holding air uplifted with the help of the mountain barrier or the any relief features that comes into the way of the moisture holding air, and that moisture holding air causes for the rainfall after the condensation in the windward side of the air. In the leeward side, जब यही हवा जब दूसरी तरफ जाती है, जब नीचे की ओर जाने लगती है, जब ये हवा बारिश के बाद जब नीचे की ओर गई, इसरार साहब, मोहम्मद इसरार,
गुड मॉर्निंग।
या गुड मॉर्निंग, ये आप जब क्लास खत्म हो रही है तब आप आ रहे हैं?
सर
मैंने
नेट
डिनाई
नहीं
कर
चला
दिया था आपकी एंट्री।
जी, नेट नहीं चला था सर।
आपका 1 घंटा तक नेट नहीं चला?
जी सर, नेट नहीं पकड़ा है यहाँ जियो का।
तो हमने ये देखा कि जब विंड जब लीवर्ड साइड की ओर जब मूव करने लगती है, तो एक तो इसके अंदर की मॉइस्चर कम हो गई, द मॉइस्चर एक अमाउंट ऑफ दैट leeward side moving air has decreased, and when it moves in a leeward side it decreases and it descends down, जो ऊपर से नीचे की ओर आने लगती है, and when it descends down then its volume contracted, and because of the contraction and compression of the volume of the air, its heat increase and its temperature increases with the same adiabatic rate of heating, that is the 10 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter, and it cannot reach at the saturation point because its volume decreased, that causes for the increase of the temperature, and that increase of the temperature will also causes for the increasing rate of the humidity capacity that requires the more moisture. जब पार्सल ऑफ एयर का तापमान बढ़ाओगे तो इसकी ह्यूमिडिटी जो कैपेसिटी है, इसको मॉइस्चर होल्डिंग करने की जो कैपेसिटी है वो बढ़ जाती है, और इसकी जब मॉइस्चर होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी की जब अमाउंट बढ़ी, जब पोटेंशियल बढ़ा, तो ये कम ही मॉइस्चर में सैचुरेट हो ही नहीं सकता। इसके सैचुरेशन के लिए चाहिए ज्यादा ही ह्यूमिडिटी, इसके सैचुरेशन के लिए चाहिए ज्यादा मॉइस्चर, इसलिए यहाँ पे सैचुरेशन हो नहीं सकता, और ये कंडेंसेशन और रेनफॉल यहाँ पे मुश्किल है। इसलिए विंडवर्ड साइड में बारिश हो रही है और लीवर्ड साइड में वहीं पे रेन शैडो एरिया कहलाता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द रेन शैडो एरिया, एंड दैट इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट cause for the grassland and the desert formation are the aridity, and aridity is recorded in the leeward side of the Western Ghat also. In each area of the world which is located in the leeward side of the mountain are under the rain shadow area, and the rainfall and the possibility of the rainfall is less recorded in that leeward side of that माउंटेन। ये बात सबको समझ में आ रही है? जहां भी ऊपर से नीचे की ओर हवा आएगी, वो हवा स्टेबिलिटी होगी उसके अंदर, उसका वॉल्यूम जो है घटेगा, उसका टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा। इसलिए एट द एरियाज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड wherever the wind descends down generally in the subtropical high pressure belt areas. The air moves from above to the grounds, and that causes for the increasing rate of the heat, and that also further responsible for the aridity or the desert formation in the subtropical high pressure belt areas. Thank you so much. Yes. No. Western Ghat, in Western Ghat, it is not as frequent, but generally in monsoon season or when the amount of moisture is recorded more or temperature is more, then it is generally recorded in that area when the sea breezes has the more amount of moisture and it is uplifted. Generally, it comes in the April, May to September in the rainy season. It is not as frequent as the convectional rainfall of the equator. But the convectional rainfall in the tropical areas in other areas of the world is not so frequent. They are generally recorded in summer season. That's why it is also there are the time span of the summer season during the excessive heat when it is received. Only moisture cannot make the rainfall, and only temperature cannot make the rainfall. And if the temperature is there, moisture is also there, then the saturation is required, and with that saturation can only be possible when the air will move in a vertical direction and its temperature lowers down, reaches at the dew point, then the saturation and condensation take place. Thank you so much. नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे फ्रंटल एंड साइक्लोनिक रेनफॉल, उसके बाद से एयर मासेस एंड फ्रंट देन साइक्लोन, और एक क्लास हमारा types of cloud. I think that it is not there in your syllabus, but I will take the lecture, one important lecture. Type of condensation is there. Okay, thank you, thanks a lot.